Hi guys, welcome back to Depth of ML. I am Saloni and today we are going to solve this question from GATE sample paper 2024. So this question is from Python programming. It's an MSQ of 2 marks. So an official answer key was not released for this sample paper. So we are solving these questions for you. So let's start. So it's saying consider the following Python program. They have given you a Python program. There is this import statement. There is a function. Okay, so function is doing something and it's returning some flag. Okay, so actually the indentation of this program is slightly incorrect. It should be a little to the right. Right now they're saying for which of the following inputs does the above program produce one as the output. Okay, and they've given you 4 options. So this is option A, B, C, and D. They have given it P, Q, R, S, but we'll call them A, B, C, D. Okay. So they've given you A, B, D. There are 3 things that are going inside this function. They have given you different values. Now they're asking for all options this particular program will return 1. Okay, so let's see this, how to solve this. Okay, so I have written this program down in the Python and myself, and I've checked the answer. So let's break down this problem and let's try to solve this. Okay, so observe this that whenever you're calling this function, right? So you're calling this function as function A, B, and D. Okay, so your A and D are constant, right? In all these 4 calls, your D, actually I should be focusing here. So see that your A is constant, your D is constant, right? So they're same for all the 4 options. Same. Okay. Only B is changing. Okay. So this can actually quicken. If we observe this, we'll be able to quickly solve this question. So let's do this, right? So my A is always 1, 2, 3, and 4. And my D is actually 4 always. Fine. So very good, because this reduces the time that will need for me to compute this problem. Okay. So now let me go over the program once. Okay. So they are doing n1 is equals to 0, n2 is equals to 0, and flag is equals to 1. So some initialization is there. Then they are doing for I in range D. Ignore these statements. I just printed them for my sake. Okay. So for I in range D, so D we know is going from 0 to 3 and not 0 to 4, because the range goes from start to end minus 1. So if I have range, say x to y, it goes from x to y minus 1, right? So this range will go from 0 to 3, right? And for this thing, what it's doing is it's doing n1 is equals to n1 plus a. A is the array that we are passing, ai into ai, right? So this is nothing but the square. So this is square of the element of array element or list element. Okay. Similarly, they are doing it for the B. Fine. And they are adding all the sums to N2, right? So because A is not changing, we can compute it and keep it, right? So N1 for all the iterations will be same, which will be 1 square plus. So let me just this. So N1 will be same, which is equals to 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, right? So this is 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. So this is 5 and this is 25, which is 30. Okay. So N1 is fixed for every iteration. N2 will depend on B. So N2 will compute for every option. So we have 4 options. B is equals to 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? B is equals to 2, 4, 6, and 8. Then we have B is equals to 10, 20, 30, and 40. And similarly, we have B is equals to 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, and 4.1. Okay, so now I have set the premise for my problem. Okay, now N1 will always remain same. I have to compute N2 always. Okay, so N2 will compute N2 for each of these iteration. Let's go forward and see what is happening. Okay, I have not left space here, but I'll just write here. Okay, so now so this I have covered, right? Here, let's see what is happening. It's saying that AI is equals to AI divided by math of square root. So, okay, so math's a library that it's importing. So maths is a library that gives us functionalities of maths. For example, powers, SQRT is basically square root. So what it's doing is it's dividing every element of AI with the N1, right? And for BI, it's dividing with the N2, right? So my AI after, all the iterations will remain same because my A is constant, my N1 is same for all the 4 options. So this thing will remain same. So I'll just compute it here. So this AI after the second for loop will, or A after the second for loop will always remain same, which is nothing but 1 by 30 and 2 by 30, then 3 by 30 and 4 by 30, right? So this will remain same, correct? Now, in this for loop, what they're checking is if AI is not equal to BI, then they're returning. Okay, they are breaking it and they're returning the flag. Okay, so so initial value of flag is 1, right? And they return flag. So here, what they're checking is that after both these loops, if A and B, both the arrays have equal elements, then only this will return a flag 1. Otherwise, it will return flag 0. Okay, so what we have to check is that whatever I'm getting after the second for loop here, whatever array I am getting after the second for loop for B, if that's equal to this particular array, then it will return 1. Otherwise, it will return 0. Okay, so we'll compute N2 for every of this option. So N2 is nothing but, so let's take the first option. So this is A, B, C, and D. So I'm doing the first option. So this is 3 square, which is 9 plus 4, 16 plus 25 plus 6 square is 36, right? So this is 25 plus 25, which is 50. 50 plus 36 is 86, right? Now let me compute the square of this. So this is 4 plus 16 plus 6 square is 36 plus 8 square is 64, right? So this is 100. 100 plus 20. So this is 120. Fine. Actually, this is root 30 because there is a square root now. So this is square root 30. Okay. So this is 4 divided by square root 30. Fine. Now for this one, this is 100 plus 200. Sorry. This is 100 plus 400 plus 900 plus, what is that? 1600. Correct. So this is nothing but this will add up to, this is 1600 plus 1400. So this is 100, 500, 500, 1400, 1400, 600. This is 3000, right? So this is 3000. And this is something complex, but you can see this, right? So you can add it up, but I can see that the intuition that I'm getting is that this is 1.1 square plus 2.1 square plus 3.1 square plus 4.1 square. Okay, so I'll compute this if this is required, but I can see something and I'll not compute this and again escape computing it, right? Now let me compute the new B, second for loop. So this is 3 by 86, right? And this is 4 by 86. Then I actually root 86, right? Root 86. Then you have 5 by root 86. And then you have 6 by root 86, right? So this is not equal to this array, right? Hence, because I'm not able to take out anything also, right? Even if I take out, say, factors of this, I will not get the same array. So hence, A is definitely not answer. Now let's try for this, right? So let me just... Yeah, I should... So for B, what do I have? I have 2 by root 120, correct? So what is 120? 120 is 4 into 30, right? So I can take 4 out. If I take 4 out, it is actually 2 root 30. 2 root 30. Then I have 4 root 30. 4 by 2 root 30. And then I have 6 by 2 root 30. And I have 8 by 2 root 30. 2 root 30, correct? So I can just cut this. 3, this is 4, this is 1, and this is 2, right? So this is the 1 by root 30, 2 by root 30, 3 by root 30, 4 by root 30. This is what I have, right? This is same as A, right? So hence, this is the correct option, right? So it's going over all the elements. It's changing whether AI is equals to BI. And if not, it's marking flag to be 0 and returning. But here it will go till all the elements and it will see that, oh, all of them are 0. So we'll never go into this condition and flag will never become 0. Hence, whatever is being returned for this particular B is 1, right? So this is the correct option. The same thing we will do for this, and you will see that this is nothing but 1 by root 30 again, because this is under root 3000, right? So you will take 10 out, right? 100 root 100 out, which is 10, and 10 divided by 10, 10 divided by 20 is 2, 30 divided by 10 is 3, 40 divided by 10 is 4, right? So it will have 1 by root 30, 2 by root 30, and 3 by root 30, and 4 by root 30, right? So this is also correct. This is also correct option. But this one, right? This I don't even have to compute, okay? So all you can do is you can compute these values, right? You can compute these values, but I can see that this will never be of the form by root 30. Just try it out yourself and you will see this will never be of the form 1 by root 30. So this is not my option already. Okay, so this is not my option. And hence B and C are my correct options. So this was an MSQ for 2 marks. So B and C my correct options.